All right, we should be coming live here shortly. So I believe we're live here with DRTV. I got up here in the booth with me Martin Karch, and this is Rich Patton. We're going to be broadcasting the Road to the Race Last Chance qualifier for the Shake and Bake 250 that we're putting on tomorrow night. Should be an interesting event. Got a bunch of cars in here that didn't make the qualifying races earlier this week. This is their last chance to get into the big event. We should be coming live here shortly. So, what do you think we're going to see tonight, Martin? So, I believe we're live here with DRTV. I got up here in the booth with me Martin Karch, and this is Rich Patton. We're going to be broadcasting the road.
Aren't in the race yet, and they're working their way to get in tonight. We'll see how that goes.
(10-4) had to adjust some volumes there, but I think we're doing good now. Hopefully we're not getting too much of an echo, but we're out here on the track watching these guys get through their happy hour. They've already completed their qualifying, so we should be getting ready to go here in another minute or two. Got a lot of names in here I figured would already be in the event. Kind of shocking to see them in this last chance qualifier, but I think we're going to see how patience plays out with them tonight, and maybe they'll get in the top six. Only the top six are going to make the event tomorrow night, so we got a good bunch of cars out here to only pull 6 cars from.
Yeah, there's some very large names that we are seeing on the track tonight.
Watching the 15, 27, and 83 make their way around here and get used to the drafting. So 2.66 mile track. Looks like we're doing 104 laps if I'm not mistaken. This could be a long one. What do you think we're going to see as far as cautions or anything tonight?
Hopefully we go green. I know in some of the qualifying races that we had minimal cautions. I think there was one that they only had 1 caution in, and there's some high quality racers out there, but I am expecting it to go green.
10-4, I hear that. If they do go green, we're not going to get a lot of options to talk to these drivers. Sometimes it's good for us to try to get them on the radio and get their feel of what's going on out on the track. We don't get too many cautions or anything like that. We'll see if we can't bother them while they're running, as long as things aren't too hectic for them, and hopefully put on a good show for the crowd. So it looks like they ought to be wrapping happy hour up any minute now. Let's go ahead and take a hit at our sponsors, see what's going on. Tonight's race is put on by Blue Streak Motorsports, another NASCAR Racing 2003 season racing league. They also put on Blue Streak Poker. They have Blue Streak Radio with Matt Trace and a Blue Streak Pool League. So Blue Streak is somebody that kind of has a lot going on over there. It's a good league to check them out. So if you get a chance, make your way in there and see what they got going on. I think while we wait to get these cars up on the block,
drivers to your
go ahead and see what's going on here. They already got them lined up. Looks like we're getting ready to get started.
Hey Rich, I was just notified that it appears you are echoing.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. Just have to see how bad that is.
Drivers, start your engines!
So here we are. Chevrolet Pace truck pulls them up on the racetrack. They're going to go ahead and make their parade lap once around the track. Get these cars lined up double file and take green flag hopefully next time by, and we're going to be underway. Looks like the number 9 of Matt Wool, I think that's how you say his name. Sorry if I mispronounce anybody's names tonight. Looks like he's our pole sitter. Looks like the 060 of Dean is going to be on the outside first row. 77 of Donnie Garrett inside second row. Number 2 of Jeremy Jeffries, second row outside. Number 14, Frankie Bennett, inside row, third line back. It's like Wiley Albritton's going to take the third row outside lane. Go ahead and back off and let these guys take this green flag as they come around. Pace car's off the track, Martin. You're coming through the tri-oval. There it is, the green flag waves, and we are under green flag racing. Looks like they're not bunched up too much heading down the backstretch. They got quite a lot of gaps in between the trucks. They haven't really got nose to tail too much, but it looks like they're maintaining double lines going into turn 3. Starting to tighten it back up front. There we go, first lap under green. We are now racing. So I was looking through the other races for the qualifier races that I was watching the other, for the last couple of nights, and I noticed something pretty drastically different. 2 of the 3 races, they pretty much single filed it a lot of the night. The most eventful race, they stayed double filed most of the race. It was pretty intense racing. What do you think we're going to see tonight here, Mark?
I think we're actually going to see quite a bit of double file racing tonight. Everybody's going for those 6 spots that's available for the big race. So they're going to be going big or going home.
Yeah, definitely. We got shows on the board, 18 cars on this track going for those 6 spots. So it's going to come down to the end of this 66-lap race to see who's going to get up there towards the front.
Yeah, I think the key tonight is going to be nailing your green flag stops. That's going to be the key to the win tonight.
First 3 or 4 cars were bumper to bumper going into that turn. They loosened up a little bit going through the corners, but they're really starting to push out ahead now. Looks like the majority of the cars are down on the low line. That's not going to give any help to the cars up on top as they slowly fade towards the back. They got 5 cars in front of them now. Got a little bit of shifting around. The 91 pulls up onto the high side. That's going to let the 69 pull up into a space. You've raced at this track with me before and with all these other guys out there, Martin. Can you make that topside work, or is it all about car count?
Honestly, it's just roll your dice. Sometimes you can get that high line moving, sometimes you can't. They're running a little bit lower than what I normally do when I run the high side. Most of the time I'm clear up by the wall when I'm
It's like 77 caught a little bit of apron going through there, but didn't seem to mess him up too bad. He's staying right with the leader now. Actually, 1 and 2's got a little bit of gap between third place right now. You know, interesting track fact I was reading today about this track. You know, this track originally wasn't supposed to be called Talladega. Can you take a guess what name it was going to be, or what it started out as?
honestly, I have no idea.
It was originally going to be called Alabama International Speedway. That didn't last very long.
Well, I can understand why.
Well, the ideal behind this track, from what I read, was they wanted to build something bigger and faster than Daytona at the time. Daytona was the big bad boy. So along came this one. There's some bumping. See the 5th and 6th place cars get a little together. Oh, and we got them turned around. We got our first accident going into the corner. And there's cars in the air up into the guardrails. They're upside down rolling through the corners. This was intense. We're definitely going to be under caution. Take a look at the 060 there as he's pulling to the side. I think he's probably going to be done for the night. Pace car's going to pull back out on the track. We'll get back to that replay and see what's going on in just a moment. As you can see there down on the bottom screen, we have our race replay going, and play it a little slow motion. It looks like the O's and maybe the 11. No, not the 11. Looks like the 2 of Jeremy Jeffries. Looks like the 060 just came down on him. Right across his hood, kind of mixed everybody up. And that's just a big mess. So there you have it, first big one tonight. What do you think? Got quite a few cars showing some damage now. Number 11 looks like they're removing some parts of his car or his truck. They're going to keep him running, get him back out on the track. That's going to really hurt him on this track. Drafting is very important. Just going through the field now, looking to see who got messed up from that one, who's still out here. '91 is your new race leader.
Well, Rich, I'm watching our chat. Looks like we have a question from Brian Bell. What's it cost to have a race aired like this?
That's probably not going to go across the broadcast. It takes some communications back and forth, getting things together. So it more or less probably handled in a private matter. But I appreciate the question. Anytime anybody wants to get into broadcasting or anything like this, they're more than welcome to get a hold of myself or anybody that I hang with or knows me. And getting an event like this set up can be done. It just takes time planning. So there you have it anyway. The caution is pretty much come to an end. It looks like everybody's gotten their pit stops going. Trucks and back out on the track. Let's see if we can't get a hold of maybe Jeremy Jeffries, since he was involved in that. Hey Jeremy, it's Rich and Martin up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I got you, Rich.
Jeremy, it doesn't look good, man. From where we're seeing, it looked like you got tangled up in something. How bad's your truck?
Oh, my truck's fine. I didn't get any damage. Feel bad for those other guys that got involved in it. I was kind of put in a bad situation when the 060 went to the outside there, and I was getting pushed from behind, and I don't know what happened, but somehow everybody ended up wrecking.
Yeah, 10-4. It looked like it got a little tight in there. I think the 060 is going to be out. I think he parked it due to damage, and it looked like the number 11's probably missing his whole front clip now, which we're pretty sure that's going to hurt him. But you seem to think your truck's going to be all right?
Yeah, the truck's fine. It just, I got to go sideways, got some new tires on it, and I should be good to go.
10-4. Well, we're glad you're okay, and we're glad your truck's okay. Martin, you got anything for Jeremy? Might have lost Martin. He may be down there trying to get a hold of somebody else. All right, Jeremy, we're going to let you get back to it. Good race, buddy, and try to keep that nose clean so you're here around the end. Hopefully get into tomorrow night's race.
All right, 10-4. Thank you, Rich.
Good luck, buddy. See ya. Well, there you have it. Jeremy Jeffries was involved in that wreck, and didn't look like he got beat up too bad, but he has confirmed that his truck's probably not in too bad a shape. And hopefully we're going to see him around towards the end of the race.
All right, Rich, I am in contact with the driver of the number 4 car, Phil Costs, and he was caught up in that wreck as well.
Oh no, you going to get him on the radio?
Yeah.
10-4.
Phil, you got a copy? This is Martin up in the booth.
10-4, guys. What's going on?
Well, how's the truck?
Nah, we're just biding our time right now. Just trying to keep the nose clean. Just got a little bit of that wreck there, but I think in the mid-pack right now, so we're going to see what's going to happen here. If I can go forward, I'll go forward, but I'm not too much in a hurry quite yet.
All right, driver, good luck the rest of the race.
All right, guys. Have a good broadcast.
All right, Phil, take it easy. I think we had a small glitch during that interview. I think the broadcast software took a hiccup, so we might have saw a hiccup in the live broadcast, but we should be back live and stream now. It was a good wreck early in the race. We're only 12 laps into this race already. Pace car's pulled off the track. The number 9 is taking him through the trial. We should be taking the green any moment now. And here we go, green flag racing. Number 9 immediately goes up to the high side. It's going to open up the door for the bottom. Looks like 97 is going to take his way up there along with a couple cars behind him and get right up there nose to nose with the leader. I think we might have a new leader come next time by. We'll see how this pans out. Looks like the 9's going to maintain the lead, but we are definitely double wide racing now, so I think we might see some intense movement up here. You know, sad part, Martin, is that number 11, I'm keeping an eye on him in our other camera here, and he has really dropped way off the pace.
That's never good. He, in practice, happy hour, it looked like he had a pretty strong truck, too.
10-4. I looked like we got a little bumping and rubbing going there. The 14 looked like he got a little wobbly going through that last corner. Everything got straightened out, though, and they're back in line. Could be a little help from that 97. They were running nose to tail a little bit ago. It looked like the 97's giving him some breathing room. 97's now looking up a little high. Maybe he's just getting some fresh air under that motor. Times like these, they start getting single file. It makes you wonder if they got a little nervous because of that caution, and maybe they're realizing they got a little ways to go. And, you know, in the back of their head, they got to be thinking there's only 6 drivers going to the big show, so maybe they need to chill out and keep their truck clean. I don't know. What do you think?
That's what I would do in this situation. I would ride probably for 3/4 of the race, then I'd work my way to the front. And that could be what we're seeing now.
Looks like like we only got a couple cars looking at the high side. Everybody else is definitely ducked in that low side, and the front 5 cars are nose to tail, no space between them. Good thing they give each other a little bit of room in them corners. It's real easy to spin these trucks around and you get underneath them going in them corners. Like the race currently is for 6th place. Thought we were going to go 3 wide there for a moment as the 27 looked down in the middle of the 15. They get back double side 15s going at it for 6th place. That's going to be the number 12 of Mike Massey they were battling. Looks like Massey's going to take the place over and Wiley's going to drop in behind him. Now the 27 is looking on the outside of the 15. Up front, we're still single file. So I'm assuming, I know we were kind of being involved in looking at that replay and the big incident and everything, but I'm sure pitting in the 12th lap, for those that did, is really going to change pit strategies, and I think pit strategies are a really big thing on this track. How do you think that's going to play out with some of these guys?
Everything out of kilter. Normally they've been able to go about 20 laps per run, so a little over 3 stops normally, but with this caution that we had, it's changed it all.
10-4, I hear that. Got a little bit of wiggling. Everybody's moving around a little bit. Wiley's got back out on the outside. He's following the 27, who's also on the outside. Looks like Massey's going to hang on the outside and try to catch up with Wiley's bumper, but he's going to drop back in line. I think they're trying to get that high side working. They just don't have enough cars to get out there with them to try it.
Yeah, but that caution that we had earlier, I think it's scared quite a few of them where they don't want to push the envelope quite yet.
I think the 11 has parked it. I don't see him anywhere out here anymore. The 27 is Steve Slaughter, has fallen way off pace. He's lost the pack already. He's going to be in trouble. PJ Pelter's in 83. He's back by himself, has no drafting partners. He's going to find himself in a predicament here before too long. So we got 2 lone wolves out on the track. Everybody else is still packed up. What do you do, Martin? You lose the pack in this big of a track and everybody's staying together. What can you do? You just hope for a caution or green flag pits to get you back tied with somebody, or what's the plan, you think?
My plan would be go ahead and continue falling back, and hopefully once they get up to you, lapping you, you can run with them then. But it might be the case that they're too damaged to do anything.
Yeah, most definitely. If they were involved in that first wreck we had, it doesn't take much to lose a draft here at Talladega and Daytona. You know, they're both big drafting tracks, and you bend up a fender or dent in your bumper, and you either got to stay right on them or lose them. Looks like that Highline's finally got some trucks out there with it. The 91's going to try to lead him towards the front. Got a big gap from the fourth place car back. That outside line should be able to make up some room. They're getting together. Oh, the 91 and the 97 got together for a moment there in the trial, it looked like. And they were able to save it. That was good driving by both those drivers. They calm down a little bit. Everybody gets back in single file line. The 91 and the 97 are going back at it again, side by side. 91 just doesn't have enough help to get up there next to him. He's going to try to duck back in line again. He gets a good run on him, but he just doesn't get enough to get around him. I think he's going to need some help on him. And the 91 finally gets around the 97. Nice clean pass. Didn't have hardly any help out there, so he's really using the draft to his benefit there behind the 97. Lead lap cars are slowly creeping up on a car that's about to go a lap down. So far, only 2 cars out of the race. Looks like the first car going down is going to be the 27, Steve Slaughter. Steve's going to try to tuck into the back of the pack and try to stay with him. But they're slowly pulling away. Yeah, he must be damaging off pace. He has lost the pack already, it looks like. So your top 11 cars down on the inside lane. We got 3 stragglers trying to look on the outside towards the back of this pack. The 27's going to go high. Look like he's going to try to make something out of that run around the 91. The 27's now up with the 15, and the 27's now got a couple trucks behind him helping. We are a couple different angles, looking at the front of the pack and the back of this pack. Not a whole lot of movement in the top 4 or 5 cars with this single file lane, Martin. I think we're going to see this for a little while now.
I would say yes. We'll probably see single file like this probably till about 20 laps to go.
Lap cars are now coming around the 83. 83's got a chance to tag onto the back of this pack. They are really scooting around him. I don't know if he's going to have enough to get onto the back of that or not. And it looks like he is slowly fading off. Once again, he could have damage from that earlier wreck. And it's just really affecting his draft now. So he's just going to have to limp around this track as long as he can. You never know what's going to happen on this big track. And here we go, green flag pits. They're all coming to the brakes, braking hard, smoking tires. We got a couple cars stayed out. We got one around. Looks like the 83 takes out the 21 going to the pits. And it's getting crazy. 3 wide going down pit road. 21 and 83 finally get themselves straightened out and head down pit road, and everybody is on the pits. We just got a couple stragglers out on the track. Looks like Tony Long in the 91 still out there on the track as these leaders come out of their pits. Looks like the 91 is going to take his turn coming down pit road. Meanwhile, all of our leaders, or our leaders when we went into the green flag pits, are making their way back out on the track now. Everybody had good clean stops once they got past pit entrance. This is really going to spread them out, Martin. It's probably going to take another lap or two to settle out where these trucks are going to fall in the line of their placings. But green flag pit stops, good thing to see here at Talladega. Currently showing the 23 in first place. Looks like the 23 is a little off pace. Just had a couple cars get around him. Could have been because of the drafting. We're still green flag racing. Oh, the 23 stayed out, so it looks like he's coming in now. That's going to change our leader once again. He almost overshoots pit road, but he keeps it under control. Good job. Our new race leader at the time, David Chin, is going to take this field down the backstretch. So now we're looking at a 5-car breakaway, the 97, 2, 9, and 14, and 027. The 6th place car is currently over 4 seconds back. 27 shoots a little wide. They might have got a little close. there you have it. After some green flag pit stops, the 97 is our new race leader. So far today in this race, the number 2's got the fastest lap of 198.8 mile an hour, followed closely by the 91 and the 89. Look at that, a top 5 cars in the 198 range. Number 2, 91, 89, 21, and 027. Here we are. They're being a little impatient. Looks like we've got a double side race in here. Number 9 didn't want to sit back there much longer, it looks like. 27 is just trying to figure out which ones to follow. Getting ready to come up on some lap cars. They're going to get on by the 27 with no problem. They get back in the single file line almost. And a little bit of jittery going on. Could be internet connection. Who knows? Is going to tuck back in the back of these 5 are back single file. As you can see there, the next bunch of cars is probably half the backstretch back away from him right now. They've got a ways to go to catch up with him. With 5 cars in line together, it's going to be tough catching them.
Second pack can see the leaders racing side by side.
We're looking now at the second group back. That's going to have the 14, the 4, and the 12, and they are now single file. Oh, maybe they got a lap down car with them. And that would be the 69 at Keith Patton. He's not currently showing ranked where these guys are at, so they might be battling with lap down cars, but drafting is drafting at this point, right? Look at there, looking at the wrong one. Here we are, my mistake. Here's your 6th, 7th, 8th place. I had it set on the fastest lap. That's what I was looking at. Kind of crazy sometimes running on all these different machines trying to do all this broadcasting stuff, right, Martin?
Yeah, it can be a little too much at times, but you do a heck of a job.
It's like a NASA space station up in this place. I'm surrounded by monitors. Yeah, the gap between these 3 and those 5 lead cars is pretty drastic. It looks like it's getting worse. The 6th place car is now showing over 6 seconds back now. So the top 5 cars are slowly just pulling away from them. Here we are well past the halfway point also, so they're going to need a caution to gather these cars back up, or it's going to be pretty spread out for a while now with those top 5 cars.
Yeah, I think the top 5 will just sit and ride now to the checkered flag.
So while we're watching that backfield, it looks like there's been some changing going on. The number 9 is now our race leader. The 97 has dropped back into 4th place. And now, I don't remember if we saw earlier, but the number 2 is with them in 5th place. And it looks like the 077, which is currently 1 lap down, is now running with these top 5 cars. So now they've got a 6-car pack. They're going to be tough to catch. So as we mentioned earlier, we had one guy post in the chat room already a question for the broadcast crew here. You guys are more than welcome to use that chat box. My buddy up here in the booth is monitoring that for us. Martin, anything on the chat box recently?
Not really, Rich.
Things pretty calm here at Talladega. Single file, 6-pack runaway up front. Cars got spread out pretty good due to green flag pit stops. Very, very important in a track like this when you go in and pit that you make sure you've got friends, because friends mean the difference between this and what everybody else is doing. Can't tell you the number of races I've lost just because I come out of the pits and didn't have friends, Martin.
I've been there and done that. I don't know how many times, Rich.
Oh, the number 2 goes real high there. He might have got touched a little bit, but everything's under control. Leader's going to be coming up on the 83 again. At least 83 is still running out there. And the 6-car pack's going to go ahead and take him low through this corner. 83 gives him plenty of room, stays up close by the wall. That's respectful of him. Good job, 83. Like the 23 and the 21 are working together. Only 2 cars though. It's going to be tough to make some ground up. So Matt in the number 9 is still leading this pack up front, followed by the 14 of Frankie Bennett. The 027 of Bob Sire. Hope I said that right, Bob. And the 97, which is David Chin. He's your top 5. Or top 4. The number 2 would be 5th place of Jeremy Jeffries. So what do you think, Martin? We're getting close to pit stops again, aren't we?
Yeah, I would say we're within a lap or 2.
This next pit stop could change the entire race. You go in short, come out long, however you want to say it. But if you come out with friends, you get back in this pack, you can be right back in this thing again. Maybe we got to think about tires. What do you think, Martin? Is tires going to play a huge strategy in this next pit stop?
I know in the previous qualifiers, we were showing some pretty excessive tire wear on the left rear and right rear. We were pretty much burning them up. So it's going to be a gamble. You can either take 2 to try gaining an edge on someone, or just take gas and get more time.
As spread out as these cars are, do you think it was going to hurt them too bad if they only took 2, as long as they can stay in the pack, or you think that's a bad idea since we're so spread out and we're just racing with each other now, you know what I'm saying? There's not big pack racing going on.
Honestly, I see quite a few of them just taking gas so they can try making up some time. But that could come back and bite them. You never know.
10-4, I hear that. So keep in mind, race fans, all these trucks out here, remember we started with 18 trucks. We're currently watching this top 6, or top 5 right here. The 6th place car is a little bit back. But the bottom line is whoever is in this position right here on lap 66 is going to make tomorrow night's big show. So this is probably the most important stretch of the track where these cars are currently at. Getting ready to come up on another lap car. Lap car is low. It looks like the leaders are going to take the high side this time. They're going to scoot on around the 27. 27 keeps his line good. That's respectful. Good job, 27. We got our first pit stop going on. Steve Slaughter has decided to take his truck down pit road in the 27. Looks like 83 has also joined him in the pits. 27 is now underway. And that is the AG83 of PJ Pelter. And here we go. Leaders are coming down pit road. We got green flag pit stops, and everybody's following right in behind them. And it's a little busy on pit road. Looks like the 83 has gotten out of there and he's rolling. Number 9, your race leader, almost gets it sideways coming out of there, but he is underway, and he's underway by himself, so he's going to need to slow down or speed up to catch somebody to work with, or these other cars are going to catch him. Here we go, a good portion of them, 4 or 5 cars coming out of the pits at the same time. And the last couple of trucks are finally getting underway out of the pits, so that's our green flag pit stops. Slaughter, who pitted earlier than everybody else, trying to make up some ground, possibly. Looks like our buddy Phil in the number 4 is trying to team up with Keith Patton in the 69. Maybe they can get together and start drafting with each other. Jack Truan's slowly following up behind him. Hopefully he can catch up with him and get a little train going. Our current race leader now is the 97 of David Chin, followed by the 97. 97. Followed by the 2. So it looks like the 077 is, they're working with him just for drafting. And the 97 is actually your leader, followed by second place with the number 2 of Jeremy Jeffries. Currently showing 3 cars that are actually more than a lap down. The 23 sitting at 1 lap down. 27 and 83 are currently 3 laps down. Making our way back up to our leader, the 97 and a 2. Looks like the 14 in third place is currently sitting 4 seconds back. He's got the 027 behind him, but they're not close enough to really help each other out, so I don't know if they're going to be able to help or catch up with them top 2, since they got the 077 also drafting with them. Looks like we're looking at about 13 laps to go or so. And these cars are pretty spread out right now. What do you think, Martin? Is this going to be pretty calm finish, it looks like?
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen. Caution would be the best thing that we could see. That way everybody gets bunched back up and make it a real interesting race.
Yeah, most definitely. I thought for sure with this being the last chance race that we would see a lot of serious tension on the track. And there may have been earlier, but now they're pretty spread out. So it's really all about just staying in the draft and trying to keep your distance with everybody else. And if nothing goes wrong, it looks like we might know our top 6 already. But you just can't count your chickens before they hatch in this sport.
Well, it looks like 7th, 8th, and 9. They're gaining on 6th place, so that's probably going to be the best race right there.
Yeah, I'm watching the times up here. It looks like shouldn't be too hard for 6th, 7th, and 8th, and 9th to catch the 5th place car as well. So we might see a battle for that 5th and 6th position, which is where the money is. Riding along, we're watching the 15 of Wiley Albritton. He is currently our 6th place car, but he's got some cars behind him that are together and hopefully trying to catch up. The 15 does have the 27 of Slaughter there with him, but remember Slaughter was damaged and he's way off pace, so he's currently sitting 3 laps back. I think he's lucky enough just to keep Wiley in his eyes. He might be pushing him just enough for Wiley to catch the 12, though. Wiley is probably within the draft window on the 12. It looks like he's going to start gaining on him now. He's going to have a good run when he gets up there. He might take 5th position over. Nope, he gives the 12 a push, and he's going to run with him. I think he knows there's trucks behind him coming. Currently on lap 56. We're going to be inside 10 here shortly. Now, I'm not sure if they do it or not, but if they have a caution under 10, does this series race back to the yellow under 10, Martin?
Yes.
I think that's where it's going to get interesting. We got these cars starting to bunch up for 5th and 6th place now. The 69 and the 4 up on the high side are getting around the 27 and catching up with the 15 and the 12. And it looks like Keith Patton's wanting to stay high and take Phil on the top side. These guys know they got to get up there. They got to pass these two cars to make the big show. The 89 of Jack Truin looks like he's going to get in the mix. He's possibly going to get up there on the back end of the 4 of Phil and might help them get around. It looks like the 12 sees what's going on in the mirror and he's keeping an eye on that outside. Got to give him credit for trying, though, Martin. That 69 is staying up there.
Yeah, he loves the high side.
Got a lap down car coming down the backstretch. I saw in one of the other qualifying races, the lap down car really changed the outcome. He stays high, gives him plenty of room. Martin drifts up a little bit high, falls back a little bit. That's going to force the 89, or not Martin, but Phil. Sorry, Martin. That's going to force 89 down to the low side.
I was going to say, I must be pretty talented if I'm down there in the race and up here.
That's your twin down there. You didn't know that? I race with so many of you guys, it's easy for me to get you guys twisted when I start getting excited. So the 89 is going to get in between the 69 and the 4. Here comes another lap down car. This time the lap down car is low. This could be a game changer right here. Actually, that's not a lap down car. That's our 3rd place car. So we have just seen a major change in our standings. 3rd place went back to probably 7th. Or maybe even 8th. I think you're right, Martin. This is where the race is going to be. Nobody's touching them top 2 cars. It's all about 3rd place and back. And look at Keith Patton go. He has finally made it up there on the top side. He's got a couple trucks behind him. It looks like he's going to take that 3rd place position. Showing the number 12 still there. They just got to get around to the flag. The 15 is all over the back of the 12 trying to push, but he's just got no help. So there you have it. 69's taking over 3rd. The 89 of Truin is now sitting in 4th. 5th place is 12. 6th is 15. And Wiley's got 2 hounds on his back bumper. This is going to get intense, Martin. So down on our capture screen, we're watching your 1st and 2nd place cars, and they've got some help with some lap down cars, so they're probably going to take care of the end of this race. We've only got a few laps to go, but the real race back here is for 5th and 6th place. Looks like the number 12 is 5th currently. 6th place is going to be the 15, but the 4 and the 14 are right there with them, and it's coming down to the wire. We've only got a few laps left. Oh, the 4 catches the apron. He keeps it under control. 15 gives him a little bit of room, and they're still racing. What are you thinking, Martin? The 14 and the 4 are going to have to do something here shortly.
Yeah, they are going to have to figure something out, whether they dive under or try organizing a run on the high side.
The 14's looking on the outside of the 15 right now. He doesn't have any help, but he's certainly up there beside him. And the 4 is going to jump right up on the bumper of the 15. Maybe he's trying to shut the 14 out. The 14's trying to squeeze down in there, but Wiley's not giving him the room. They are definitely sharing the draft off of that 12 car. Oh, that looked like a little bit of a bump. They might have gotten together, but they both saved it, and we're still racing. 14 falls in front of the 4. It's all about that number 12 and 15. Those are the game changers right there. Looks like the 69 and 89, as long as everything goes as planned, are going to make the big show. We're on lap 64. Looks like 2.5 more laps. As you see down on your replay screen, the leader is still maintained up front. 97's leading the race, followed by the number 2 of Jeremy Jeffries. And right now, sitting in third place is the 69 of Keith Patton, which is the group we're watching here on the main screen. Here we go, lap 65. Should be taking the white flag next time by. It's gonna get hairy. I really think everybody's setting good. I think that the 2 we got to worry about are the 12 and the 15. But you never know. What would you do, Martin?
I'd try working with the 15, get them to go up top, and I have a feeling if the 15 goes up top, 12 will follow, and they could get around the 69 and the 89.
I hear you. We're going to take it down the backstretch on the last lap. Looks like the 4 gets pushed under the line a little bit. He just can't get up there beside the 14. Drop back, trying to get some air between him. Looks like he's going to try to use the draft. He's going to go high. He's going to try to get up there. Here we are coming out of turn 4. Looks like we're headed to the checkered. The number 14 goes wide. The 4 goes low. And there you have it. It looks like the 12 and the 15 are going to be your 5th and 6th place. What a race at the end. That was where it was at, Martin. Good call. So there it is, your race winner, the number 97, David Chin. Now, of course, this is broadcast finishing. We don't know if there's any penalties or anything like that, but it looks like your top 6 drivers are going to be the 97, the number 2, 69, 89, 12, and 15. Those are the drivers that are going to make from the last qualifying race into the big show tomorrow night of 37 drivers on a televised race here at Talladega. It's going to be intense tomorrow night. Congratulations to those 6 drivers for sure. What do you think, Martin? Was it what you expected?
Honestly, I figured it'd be a little crazier than what it was.
10-4, I hear that. We're going to see if we can track some of these drivers down.
User was moved to your channel. User was moved to your channel.
So we got the 97, the 90, or the number 2, and the 69. Let's see if we can get him as well.
User was moved to your channel.
All right, Martin, you got the 69 of Keith Patton on the radio down there somewhere.
Keith, you got a copy? This is Mark.
Yes,
up in the booth.
Yes, I do, sir. You got me?
Congratulations on your third place.
Yeah, it was a tough one. A lot of good drivers out there tonight.
10-4, 10-4. Was you worried towards the end of the race that you wasn't going to get up there? It was really amazing. As soon as the 14 slid back, you immediately jumped from like 6th or 7th place up to 3rd place within one lap. And then, you know, because the pack you were in, you just kind of maintain it, and they were really fighting behind you for 5th and 6th place. Did you think you were definitely in the show? Was you hoping nothing was going to go wrong, or what was it going through your mind those last few laps?
I was just sitting there praying, hoping they weren't going to jump out and try to go around me. You know, they all gang up sometimes.
10-4. We were up here in the booth watching that 5th and 6th place race. There was 4 cars going for 2 positions. And getting a little hairy back there. The leaders kind of walked away with it up front, but the real racing looked like it was for 5th and 6th place. Well, congratulations, Keith. Glad you made the big show tomorrow night, buddy. And I think I'm going to try to... you got anything to say to anybody out in the crowd right now?
I just want to thank the 89 and the 12 for pushing me up there to 3rd and keeping me there. And want to thank Blue Streak and APG for putting this show on, and you for televising it.
10-4, we appreciate it, buddy. Good luck tomorrow night, and a good race tonight, man.
Thank you.
All right, Martin, we're looking for that 2nd place card. You got the number 2 of Jeremy Jeffries?
Mr. Jeffries, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Congratulations on your 2nd place finish.
Thanks, guys. It was a wild ride with that early accident. I thought maybe I was out of it, but, you know, the pit stops worked out right, and I just probably drove the most conservative race I've ever driven in my life to stay in that top 2.
Yeah, most definitely. I know when we chatted with you earlier, that big wreck of the big one early on, I think it was lap 12, and you kind of skinnied through that one, didn't get maybe just a little bit of scraping. It was really good to see you up front, buddy. Good race.
Yeah, thanks. I got lucky. If unfortunately some other guys didn't come out of that as good a shape as I did, but you know, we just got some tires on it and tried to make up some track position, and just, everything worked in our favor.
10-4, I hear that. Anybody out in the crowd you want to give a shout out to?
I'd like to give a big shout out to these pit guys. This was a last second effort put together today to run this race, and you know, I got really fortunate to have things go my way with this, you know, just thrown together the way it was.
10-4, we hear that. Well, good race, and does this mean we're going to see you tomorrow night in the big show, right?
Yes, you will. I'll have a different car number, but I'll be here.
All right, buddy. Probably need a new car anyway. Probably got a little bit of mess in there, getting scared to death going through that wreck, right?
Absolutely.
All right, Jeremy. Good race, buddy. All right. Take it easy, man. So I'm here with your race leader, the number 97, David Chin. I don't know what to say, man. You were the muscle out there towards the end of the race. Excellent race. How are you feeling right now?
I'm still shaking there, buddy.
Gets you a little nervous being up front towards the end of the race. You don't know what them guys are going to do behind you the last few laps, right?
10-4 on that. I just had great pit stops and got out there, and I was thankful for that.
You know, it's one thing to have an event like this and go 3 and 4 races into qualifying and be stuck in the last chance qualifier knowing that 18 cars started and only 6 get to go to tomorrow night's show. Not only winning it, but just being in the top 6 is an accomplishment. But you went and won the thing.
Yeah, like I said, that's pretty awesome. I can't thank these guys over here at Blue Streak and everybody else involved, and I mean, it's an awesome event they're putting on.
All right, buddy. David, anybody out in the crowd or anybody you want to give a shout out to? The mic is all yours, buddy.
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to all my guys at AS Racing N2K3 for helping me learn the race, and my sponsor, Bryant Motorsports.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Your top three have been interviewed on this race. This was the last chance qualifier for the big race tomorrow, Shake and Bake Invitational. Same track. The only difference is it's the real deal tomorrow night. We're going to have 37 cars out on the track. We're going to broadcast live, and it's going to be intense, guys. So I want to thank Martin Karch for being up here in the broadcast booth with me. Blue Streak Motorsports putting on such a great show tonight, and all the drivers that made the race, and especially the top six. Now, one other thing I know, I'm not sure if it's available or if it's going to be posted later, but there is going to be one lucky draw to make the big show tomorrow that's going to cap us off at 37 cars. So I'm sure everybody needs to stick around and find out what's going on with that. But as far as broadcasting goes, we had a good night. Martin, anything you want to say out to anybody before we sign off?
Well, Rich, thanks for having me.
Oh, it's been a blast, man. I know this is the first time you broadcasted with me, but you hung in there and you made it fun. And hopefully we put on a good show for everybody, as long as you had fun.
Anytime, Rich. Anytime.
All right, buddy. Well, there you have it, race fans. Tune in tomorrow night. We're going to broadcast live the Shake and Bake 250 here at Talladega International Speedway. Thanks for watching, and good night, everybody.